we decided to give Precision Microbes Silage Additive a try. After 1 year of use, the results have been good. I've been pleased with the results, pleased with the intakes, and we have noticed our fattening obviously with the higher quality silage. The amount of time it takes to fatten the cattle is shorter, so it's a few weeks less for each animal on the farm, maybe a month at times less, maybe more. And which is all saving money. Hello, my name is Reuben Higgins. I'm living here in Templeboy in County Sligo. We used to be a dairy farm here. We used to milk about up to 70 and 75 cows. And in 2019, we got out of dairying completely altogether. I was getting too old. And my son, who's a vet, was coming home to take over the farm. And we now farm in partnership. And we decided we would get into dairy calf to beef. So that's what we're at, and we're farming about 180 acres here in 4 or 5 different parcels, and yeah, that's where we're at the moment. Well, the challenges weren't that big, I suppose. To have to change over some sheds for rearing calves was one of the biggest challenges, but we had a good central farm roadway, and we stuck with the same kind of system, leader follower system, and paddocks for grazing the calves ahead of the store cattle, and we tried to have fresh grass to stock every 3 days approximately, and so it wasn't that big of a challenge. I missed the cows when I got out of them first. I missed them for the first 2 or 3 months. When I got up in the morning, I just didn't know which way I should be going or what way I should be turning. But I got over it, and I'm very happy with what we're at now. It's a lot less stressful, and it's a better lifestyle for an older man. Our system this year, we have just got an automatic calf feeder. Up to that, we just fed all the calves with a JFC tub with the. It filled out the milk for us. It mixed the milk, and we filled it out to the calves in the teat feeders. That's how we reared them all. But this year now we have just changed over to an automatic calf feeder, and we're fairly well in on it now, and it seems to be working fairly well. The thing I'd say we try and do here, maybe I don't know what you call it, different or not, but we try every day to have our stock thriving. We have a policy here. There's no holidays for our stock. They're always working every day. Every day an animal is on the farm, we see it as costing us money of some description. So every day they're here, we like them to be thriving, we like them to be disease and parasite free, and we like to keep them as comfortable as possible. So we had a lot of cubicles on the farm, so now our beef cattle are housed where the cubicles where the cows used to be. They're very comfortable, they're very clean. We never have to pay for clipping when our cattle go to the meat factory. We never pay for clipping because they're always so clean. And it's another little part that they do better when they're comfortable. And when they come in first, we always clip their backs, we clip their tails. We make sure that they have no parasites. They're treated for worms and for fluke at the appropriate time. And we just try and do our best for them, and we like to see them comfortable, we like to see them happy, and we know we get the returns then, because the daily live weight gains are quite good, and we find it's every little chink, every little link in the chain helps. And we try then as well to make quality silage, and we were doing fairly good. Our silage was always maybe 68, 69, 71 DMD, but we knew if we could get the silage, especially for the finishing stock, up to a higher DMD, they would do better. We make our own pit silage here ourselves. We have a forage wagon, and we have been, for a good few years, we have been making our own silage with the wagon, and we get a contractor normally to cut the grass, and then we lift the grass ourselves with our wagon, and we buck rake it ourselves, and that's our system at the moment. We pay a contractor then to make bales as well. When grass paddocks gets ahead of the cattle, we cut paddocks to take them out of the system, and we bale them up. And we try to make the best quality high dry matter silage that way we could, because we know if we have good silage we'll get better performance, better intakes. We wanted to get our silage up from the 68, 69 DMD up to well over 70 if possible. So we decided we'd try and do everything right in 2025. So we decided maybe to cut a week earlier, back to about the 18th of May, 17th of May. We made our first silage this year. We decided even though it was a slightly lighter cut, a lighter crop of grass, we said no, we'll go ahead, we'll cut it when the weather came good. And I remember years ago we used to use an acid on silage to help preserve it. So I said to my son Nick, I've heard about these silage additives that will not only preserve it well, but will slightly improve the DMD. So I said we'd try one of them. And we had already been using Precision Microbes with the calves in their milk from their born till their day 30 or 35. And we decided to give Precision Microbes Silage Additive a try. Now, we had no specialised equipment for applying the additive, and we weren't going to invest in an applicator for our wagon because we couldn't be sure. We had no proof that the product worked well, and it would be a gamble to buy an applicator and then maybe not be happy with the product. So what we did, we were advised by the salesman that it could be applied with the quad sprayer on the back of our quad. We have a quad sprayer for spraying weeds. So my son Nick just mixed up the product with water at the right rate, and he just drove up and down the rows of grass about an hour or so, or 2 hours before the harvester lifted it, or our own wagon lifted it, or the baler, if we were making bales, before the baler lifted the grass. And it was the cheapest, simplest way that we could apply the additive, and we're quite happy with the results. This year, our local co-op, Arrivo Co-op, because we buy a lot of our meal from them, they're quite happy to test our silage for us for free, which is a great service. So we send off samples. They come, or the salesman come, he takes samples of our silage, and the results we got back this year, our pith silage was 75 DMD, and our bales came back at 75.2 or 3 DMD, which we were delighted with. And the crude protein on one was 14 point something, and the other one, I think it was 11 or 12 crude protein. And the intakes are very good. And the other thing we notice is we have very little waste from the cattle when they're actually eating it. There's very little to take away when they have their silage eaten. So it saves on labour that way. Yes, there was a little more labour spraying on the day the grass was being lifted, spraying on the product, but the whole winter long we're happier with the silage because there's less silage to be taken away. Having said that, we also took extra pains, I would say, with covering the pit. We used cling film under the cover. We used a new cover on the pit. We used a second old cover on the pit. And we made sure to seal it very well all around the edges with double sandbags. After 1 year of use, the results have been good. I've been pleased with the results, pleased with the intakes, and we have noticed our fattening obviously with the higher quality silage. The amount of time it takes to fatten the cattle is shorter, so it's a few weeks less for each animal on the farm, maybe a month at times less, maybe more. And which is all saving money. I would recommend it. The proof of the pudding is that we're going to use it again this year. We've used it once, we're happy, we're going to use it again. But we'll also keep in mind, we'll try and do everything else well. You can't let any link fall out of the chain or it won't work. You have to do quality grass, a good quality additive, and get it in the best weather you can, seal the pit well, roll the pit well, and there's nothing much more you can do, I think.